welcome to my views and news. First news story is from Washington DC, where Ethiopian delegation is in talks with IMF, World Bank, and creditors. Ethiopia will have to pay 700 million US dollars to the creditors if there is no loan payment rescheduling. Ethiopian foreign exchange reserves are alarmingly low, and a few hours ago, Ethiopian government spoke about slow progress and uncertainty about Ethiopian request for rescheduling of its loan payment. Secondly, an Ethiopian politician who was arrested more than 3 months ago was released from prison today. And thirdly, viewers, members of an aid organizations have been injured in an airstrike which was conducted on Shire city a few hours ago. We have details for you. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian foreign exchange reserves are alarmingly low. Only 20-day imports can be managed, can be sustained by these Ethiopian foreign exchange reserves now. So, foreign exchange reserves are very low. Eritrea is in a position that its foreign exchange reserves can pay import bill of 4.6 months, while Ethiopia can only afford 20-day imports. So that just shows that Ethiopian economy is under more pressure than Eritrean economy. Ethiopian economy is at the level of South Sudan now. And in this position of the economy, Ethiopian government in the next 2 to 3 months will have to pay 700 million US dollars to creditor countries who gave loans to Ethiopian government in recent years. That is why talks are underway in Washington DC. Ethiopian government is in urgent need of rescheduling of its loan payments, but Ethiopian government is complaining that slow progress is being made, that uncertainty looms over Ethiopian request for rescheduling of its loan payments. So, it means that Ethiopia is sending a very clear message to IMF, World Bank, to creditor countries that it is facing an economic crisis and there must be a rescheduling of its loan payments. So coming days very crucial, viewers, because we know that US is using a carrot and stick policy to make Ethiopian government start talks with Tigray regional government. And now when Ethiopian government is facing this economic crisis, it could lead to more US pressure upon Ethiopian government for the start of talks with Tigray regional government. Talks are underway between Ethiopian delegation and creditors, IMF, World Bank in Washington DC. So far, no announcement. It means that Western powers will not make any announcement of rescheduling of Ethiopian loans before Ethiopian government gives some sort of assurance to engage politically, to engage through dialogue with the Tigray regional government for a peaceful solution to the ongoing war in northern Ethiopia. Let's see, coming days very crucial. Either Ethiopia will have to receive some sort of financial aid from Middle Eastern countries, from China, not from Russia, Russia perhaps wouldn't be in a position to support Ethiopian government. So either Ethiopian government will have to seek assistance of some other countries from the Middle East, from Asia, or it will have to get the approval of the creditor countries for rescheduling of its loans. If it does not happen, we could see an economic crisis. Secondly, viewers, an Ethiopian politician who remained in prison for more than 3 months was released today. His name is Sintaye Chikol, Balderas party leader. More than 3 months ago, when he was arrested, he was very active in social media. On daily basis, he used to share material about the government's crackdown on Fano fighters. He was arrested, he was granted bail, but despite bail granting, he was not released. Today, on Friday, he was released from prison. Sintaye Chikol was very close to Skandar Naga, former chief of Balderas party, but around 2 months ago, Skandar Naga decided to abandon politics. He resigned from party leadership, from party membership, and after that, Balderas party split into some factions. We have seen some reports about internal disputes in Balderas. So the Chikol is out of prison, but his party has split. Let's see what role will he have in the party in coming days. That remains to be seen. Thirdly, was Shire, where some airstrikes were conducted on Friday. Civilian casualties are being reported. The members of an aid organizations have been injured too. International Rescue Committee IRC is an international NGO operating in Tigray region of Ethiopia. Its staff workers were distributing aid in Shire city when at noon a strike was conducted in the area where food distribution was underway. At least 2 staff members of IRC, International Rescue Committee, were injured. Some civilians were injured too. 2 civilians were killed in this airstrike. Not drone strike, airstrike. No official word from Tigray regional government so far, but several journalists are reporting this news story. IRC officials are also tweeting about the attack. The airstrike confirms that Shire is not under ENDF, Amhara, EDF control. That is what I reported in the previous video as well, when I briefed you in detail about battlefield situation in Shire, Ediyarke, and Vaja and Alamata. So Shire is not under ENDF, EDF control. That is why airstrikes are being conducted. Heavy shelling is also ongoing on Shire. International aid organizations, their staff members risk their lives whenever they work in conflict areas. So their lives must be protected. Because if there are no aid organizations in the world, millions would die. They risk their lives, they go to war-hit areas where wars are raging. By endangering their lives, they help those who are in need of food, in need of basic necessities of life. That is why it is the responsibility of the host governments, Ethiopian federal government, obviously the host government, to ensure the protection of these aid workers, not only in Tigray, but in other parts of the country as well. But mainly in Tigray, they're in danger because strikes are being conducted close to the areas where these organizations are operating. where their staff members are living close to a hotel in Makele where they are staying. Some drone strikes were conducted. Thank you for watching.